Hey, welcome back to FlatWorld. After a bit of an absence, I took the last week off. From this, I mean, I've been doing other things, but I'm still around. Like in the unlikely event that anyone was terribly concerned, a big part of it is the last time we got more or less this built, and a minute later, I looked at it and realized I hate it. I don't. Well, I don't know. I might. I was thinking toward doing like a modern sort of house, all flat and stupid things. And I'm not sure that the layout's going to really work for that. I mean, maybe, but. What do I have that I can play with for a sec? Probably scaffolds, actually, but anyway. Um. Oh, maybe I could. I don't know. We'll see what. Maybe I can. It's not a big deal, except that I've got the kind of. What the hell is this? Come here. Don't do that. I kind of already got the floor plan built out, which it's not like it's immutable. Oh, what? I'm not good at something. Hang on. It's just I'm not. I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I don't think. I don't even know if I care right now. I might do this later. It's not like it's an emergency. If I don't have a house, I still have a bed out there. It's fine. I'll just do it. I'll come up with something. I just don't care. I'm just not interested right now. It's just not a thing I give a damn about. I lost something maybe. I don't know if I did or not. Um. Hmm. I don't know. Let's go find something to. I don't know what we're gonna do. Could just fly around. Are we hitching? I might be. I still got like chrome. No, it says it. What's the frame rate? Yeah, okay. So, what do I have? Okay. Let me. Did I ever like put a box over there somewhere? So yeah, I was away for like a week. Um, from this. Okay. So one thing give me one of these. And just set this down and give me a couple of these, I guess. And yeah, I'm just gonna think about this a bit. I'll come up with a plan later. I just don't know right now. Yeah. So I didn't like that. Backed out of this whole thing. I actually started up a couple years ago. I did an LP of Rags to Riches Skyblock, which is a really neat map. In a way, Skyblock is always neat, but this one's special, and it's designed for like 111 or 112. It's a while ago, 2 or 3 years. Yeah, I do have scaffolds. I thought so. Um, there was a flaw or three in the map. Of course, they're always kind of there were flaws, and so I thought let's go back and have a look at it in 114, and I brought Hunter along because she's getting fairly good at Minecraft for one thing. And she kind of dug the map itself in as much as she saw the videos I did. There's a playlist somewhere on my channel. You can have a look. It's Regs to Ridges Skyblock. So for like the last week, we've been doing that and recording it. So I've actually got like 31 episodes. I haven't uploaded any. I figure I'll probably do it. I guess at this point tomorrow, which is a little silly because it's 31 episodes, which means I've got episodes through. If I do them daily, it's October the 1st that the latest one will go up. But did I ever? I finished this right. I just started this up and started recording. I haven't looked at it. What the hell? Oh, that's right. No, it's not done. What do we need? What do we? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is? I'm seriously trying to think if I ever found gravel in this map. I don't know. But this village is not done. We could do that. Do I have? Yeah, those are easy enough. Those are all. Did I ever? Let me go find out if I ever found. I don't know where I would have put gravel. Is the thing. You'd think I would have thought ahead on this. Didn't. So let's find out. Don't fall down. I did, yeah, I did. I went into the nether and I found gravel near the fortress after all. Seems like I found enough of it to use. Well, I must have because I made concrete. That takes gravel, right? And yeah, and then we did, I don't have any gravel is the thing. But I do have whatever the hell those. Yeah, that's what I want to, and I should put the wood away, by the way. I could make more, I can go double check, too. But did I ever make more Fletchers? I don't remember doing that. I don't know. It's been a week. Let's go see what I may or may not have actually done. I have no idea at this point. So how have you been? Anyway, imagine like 3 people screaming at the screen. Can you hear me? I'm fine. Yeah, that's how time works. I don't know if I ever... Well, obviously the village isn't... There's a whole bunch of places for like vocational things to go, and I obviously haven't done that. So I don't know what I have done because it's confusing. What do Fletcher think? Those are shepherds, right? Okay, so that's handled, I guess, somewhat. Okay. Well, no, these are yeah, I did. Apparently, those are Fletcher. So I don't know what the hell I need. I guess just more of whatever. We just decide and make it happen. Can I? How do you make cartography tables? I don't know. It probably involves using a map or at least paper. I still haven't entirely just memorized all of the new things. I think partly it's because I know I can just click on the little, this and get whatever I want. So I haven't bothered finding it. I need this stuff. Finding out what I can do, I don't know. Cartography stuff, it's not hard, is it? I mean, maybe. It's, Is anyone else a little amazed that there isn't a search? I mean, there's that, but that doesn't do anything, right? So that's not the answer. And it's not like there's no tab for just stuff, like workstation stuff. You'd think there would be that at least, but there's not. I have made these things, right? They're not. Did I just find them all in villages? Oh, there it is. That's just normal paper. Well, that's easy. I can do that anytime. Let's add a few of those, I guess. Because why not? Do I have some paper handy? Oh, apparently. Make me those things. How many? 13? Sure, why the hell not? Put those down where they go. Wait, do I have okay. Might as well not. Why do I have a torch? How does that help anyone? Might as well not destroy... Oh, I will, though, because it's going to fall in the damn... I'm using lava here, aren't I? Yeah, see, my problem right now is I've been doing this other map, so... Everything I'm thinking in general is like... I was relative to... Oh, that was probably a loss of something. I can get... It's glass on this map, it's easy. Skyblock, it's hard. Well, hard is an exaggeration, but it's, okay. The way that map works, there's, I guess, technically sort of 3 ways you can get glass. One is to buy it from librarians, which is the easiest. Well, I don't know if it's the easiest, but it's probably you just go do it. I got a bunch of money. I've been playing it for a week, so we're up to like 2 game years into it, and we got a bunch of stuff. What else do we want here? And then the second would be wandering traders have sand, 4 for an emerald, so you can just buy the stuff and then throw it in an oven. And then the third, which is pretty exclusive to the map, is there's this guy Chester. You can trade things for things. You start off with, you start off with less than normal. You start off with the Skyblock L thing, the 80 Well, the 27 blocks of grass, the 80 blocks of dirt, effectively. Um, and a block of ice and a bucket of lava, and everything, and then a tree. Everything else is you're trading up saplings for other saplings, and all 10 to 1 is really kind of a ripoff. And I want to say it's acacia logs. You can trade 10 of them in with Chester and get 1 sand. So as getting sand goes, it's the worst possible method, but it's also the earliest available, really. So yeah, and then you cook that and whatever, and you get sand in a glass. Here you just blow something up and get a bunch of sand and then throw it in the oven. What am I? What else do we want? This is still what do you guys have? You're farmers, so it must be, yeah, okay. Farmers are always kind of good, although all my farms are the hell over there. Where I have to please move. I have to count something, and you're bad. Is it that? Okay. Oh, hi. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was not so difficult. It had to be just difficult. 6th, I'm gonna need wood from somewhere, I suppose. I think. I don't even know what I possess. It's amazing how quickly I just sort of overwrite my memory of a given thing. Nothing real. Oh, and then there's space for stuff. I don't have space. Okay, whatever. What's that? Right. Because I don't need that. I just don't. It doesn't help me in any way. You can just go, I don't care. Oh, actually, I really don't care about that. Get out. Or for that matter, it doesn't matter. Bedtime, I guess. Go get some wood. 6. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, that's... It's... At this point, I mean, spoiler alert, but... 31 episodes, so I mean 15 and a half hours into recording, let alone standing around doing stuff without recording, because it's fairly boring, uneventful stuff that I would be recording if I were, but I'm not, so I didn't, so there we are. Sleep. What? That would have been so awesome, and you just did that. Sleep, though. You just suck at letting me sleep. Oh, yeah, so like a month into episodes. We've actually built out... I think I may have more there now than here, technically speaking. Although, it's, based on a flat world, so you don't have stuff... you don't have to clear anything out to build the map. And structures are turned off, so... It used to be, back in 111 or 112, whenever that was, I did, when I recorded it in 2017, it was, I went into the nether, and there was a fortress there. This has no wood. Well, I mean, it has 45 woods, but still, there might be some over here. This time I went, and I knew right where the fortress would be, right? Because I've done it before, so I go to the exact damn location, down to the square, cubic meter, because also altitude. It's just not the hell there, so that's annoying. I'm debating at this point whether... Why did I even bother? Whether to cheat in nether wart, because we're never going to get that. We're also never going to get spookies, which is sort of disappointing. Unless I cheat them in. Okay, yeah, just go. Give me... What is it? 4 each. Times 6, 24. Times 3 is 8. Should be just about right to make 6 of these. Ta-da. Math is your friend. So anyway. What else is going on? I don't know. just that. It's actually, at this point, it's just like, it's not monotonous, but man, I'm getting angry at that map, because everything I'm doing at this point is just, and we need this, and we don't have any damn room because it's skyblock. It's not unlike this, because while I have, just scads of room on this map, all the room is down there where I can't, there's slimes. So we're building, doing the same thing I'm doing here, is building out 60 meters up, and I guess the difference is if something goes over the edge in the other map, you're not going to see it again. It's just gone. So, there's that. But yeah, I mean, at this point, we're putting in, like, this sort of thing, those, and, actually just did the sheep. I haven't done the chicken thing yet. I should do that. Well, that's another thing. I don't know why I'm talking about that here. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Especially granting that I was like, what are you going to do? I'm going to tell you to watch it, and you're immediately going to stampede out to something I'm going to upload tomorrow and see the first episode, which is standing around waiting for a tree to grow back the first day. So 0th day, in point of fact. Struggling to get beds made so the phantoms don't come after us. That's exciting. I mean, it kind of is. I won't tell you whether they got us. Got more glass out of that, so fun. I can probably just talk to someone about paper. Just get some money real quick. And that got one of my tools rebuilt. I forgot about the other. Do we want more? I think we have. Yeah, I must have made. I made a lot of flat. Well, I made some. Actually, while I'm here, I don't know where we are on numbers, but I'll assume that we could have more population. What else do we want? Wait, why did I just... I could have just filled in that whole... I don't know why I would want that many. Cartographers aren't very useful to me. That's not even a cartographer. I mean, they want paper, map. I could make a map. I'm just... What's it going to tell me? It's sure as hell not going to benefit from treasure maps. They're not going to be anywhere here, I don't think. Oh, what? Just hang on. 1, 2, 3, just 4 more, I guess. We'll just do that. What the hell? I don't know why I just made whatever number I just made, but I guess that's wrong. Yeah, so paper. And I should have had the axe in my hand before, because now I'm going to probably dent this thing up. It doesn't matter. I mean, this thing's... Yeah, it's down 3 out of 1561. I'm probably okay. There's just something annoying to me. It's like, well, damn. I have a really good analogy, but I don't know how many people are going to grok it. So here's your scenario. You go buy a watch, right? Well, it doesn't have to be a watch. I was thinking, you know, like, I don't know, something in Movado or... I'd say Rolex, but honestly, I'm not that impressed. It's not that Rolex are bad watches. They're not as good as I think they are. They're really just kind of almost tacky, to be honest. You go, you know, you spend 4 figures on a watch, which itself could be, you know, considered the definition of insanity, I guess. But and then you get a scratch on it, and there's really no unscratching it. That's the worst part. Well, that's a thing now that I have now. It's like that. It doesn't change the function of anything, not a lot, but still, it's like, what? That's disappointing. So that's where I guess arguably these days the analogy would really just be more like a smartphone. Which, you know, there you go. I mean, a 4-figure smartphone is a little ridiculous, but is what it is. And then if it's an iPhone, then yeah, that's like a Rolex to me. It's just I'm not terribly impressed. It's not as good as it thinks it is what I'm saying. Okay, well, give me all that then. Is that good? Okay. And for all I care, we can just do this to you people and see what you open up. If anything, I don't know, did I talk to you? But you still want stuff, so let's talk. What does that make you do? Actually, you want to... Oh, neat. You want to buy glass, which on this map is saying something kind of... I don't have any. I could. Just put it all out there. That's really not helping me. Yeah, I don't know. Just something about scuff marks bug me. Doesn't really have to be an overpriced watch. I don't know if I would say... Well, Movado are kind of overpriced, I guess, in the strictest sense. They're a bit. But... they're... I don't know. I like them. They're okay. I've got to... Yeah, it doesn't matter. What, yeah. So there it is. Go... Who was the you, maybe? Give me all your money. No, really. What does that do? Can I talk to you directly and not through your bodyguard? To keep your goons away from me. Oh, he wants less now. That's nice. Let's just run out of stuff. And what did that change? Anything? Oh, neat. I don't know. why I would want an item frame, but that's nice, thanks. Yeah, that's what's kind of neat, because, I mean, it's not the best deal, because I can get the same money for 4 lumps, ingots of iron. So all this does for me is says, you know, I take the iron and a redstone, make one of these, and give it to him. I guess the difference, if anything, is in capacity, because you can stack 64 of these in obviously a quarter of the space, so you could stack 64 sets of 4 ingots. You know, in that sense, you can come in. I don't know if you would buy 64, probably not, but among all of them, it could work out. That's like planning ahead for no terribly good reason, but it's a thing. I mean, if I don't know, if I guess if I lock up all the guys who want iron, which is most of them, or half of them really, I don't know if they all do. What else is going on here? That's those walls are full. That guy just like became a shepherd. It seems like, for my purposes, I probably have enough iron guys, enough people who want iron. I'm trying to think why you exist. No good reason, huh? Saddles, maybe that's not a terribly good reason. Oh, it's something to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess. So we'll just make 5 cauldrons, because that's not expensive. It's really not at this point. I got so much iron. Let's go. Actually, I'm going to start dropping off stuff I'm not using for anything. Oh, including... Can I do that? Right, okay. Give me... Oh, those... I'm trying to keep a stack. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to buy from a wandering trader. I mean, there might be. I don't know. What do I... Oh, cauldrons. So... that is 7 things, right? Well, let's find out. Okay, so that's more than I need, so let's just do this. Can I put these? I'll just sell them off, that's fine. In fact, I'll probably get more. So the new Star Wars trailer came out. Just to be topical. You know, it's actually looking more... So, I've had this hunch. I'm not going to pretend it's a theory. A theory is supported by evidence. This isn't that. This is... Since the cast were announced, like, spring or summer, whenever it was in 2015, before Force came out, right? Before Episode 7 at all. I've had this silly hunch all along. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. But it's looking more and more like I could be right. That, you know, Rey... Everyone's like, oh, whose kid is she? It's so important. I don't think so. You know what I think she is? I'm going to put this in a very strange way, but I don't think I'm wrong. Well, I might be wrong. I don't know if I should say I would anticipate... I would say that I would write it this way, although they didn't ask me. Here's what I think. I would say that she is Darth Vader's sister. Half-sister, maybe. And here's why. Regardless anyone's personal thoughts on the whole prequel, you know, misfortune, and there was some, I'll grant. I don't think Disney at all, like, Kennedy and whoever's involved, I don't think they hate the prequels as much as anyone else might. Certainly couldn't hate them more than other people do. But, you know, they seem to be acknowledging whatever the hell, it wasn't Darth Tyrannus. Who was it that Skywalker mentioned? Sidious. Oh, yeah. I mean, before, Menace in 1999, that wasn't a thing. I mean, that's not you know, there was Palpatine. I think they may have mentioned, I'm sure his action figure was named something, but no one ever called him, Sidious until, the prequels. But they're acknowledging at least that. So, you know, good. bad, whatever you want to call it, but it's a thing, all right? That's part we're hanging on to that as something that happened. Like in contrast, I don't even Disney aren't pretending that like the holiday special was a thing. I'm not sure where they stand on stuff like droids or that Ewok film. No one cares. I do find the Ewok film a little curious because you've got these anthropophagists. They're cannibals. Well, they're not cannibals. I don't think they eat each other. But the Ewoks were man eaters. That's how they met. And they were putting them on fire and nom nom. And then the stormtroopers without. There were no heads in those helmets. One assumes that was what they were eating while bongoing on a stormtrooper helmet. It's a freaky universe galaxy thing. There's more going on than people talk about. So, what I would play it as if it were me, and it's not. But just from a storytelling perspective, and everything still points to this, to my thinking. If Rey were created the same way that, Skywalker had been, on its own, there's no reason to have thought that necessarily in 2015. Except, and I'm saying this not as a writer, but as a paleontologist. When I look at people, I see bone structure, which, by the way, is kind of creepy. Especially for people who aren't me. It's like, well, you see what? Why are you looking at my skull? So why are you showing it to me? That's what I see as bone structure. Everything about it, bone structure. That's how I measure, how I quantify what people look like. Oh yeah, that bone structure. I know that guy. Don't concentrate a lot on things like ears or soft tissue. It's all bones to me. It's what it is. Daisy Ridley. Even before the first film came out, in terms of bone structure, in terms of she is a dead ringer for Jake Lloyd. I mean, just look at them side by side. You'll see it, I hope. I mean, it can't just be me. I don't think I'm insane. They look exactly the same. Hell, the eyebrows are basically I mean, granted, they both look like Ben Shapiro, which, sorry to insult those two, but it's true. So that's three people who all look basically alike. And I don't know why, force-granted midichlorian make-believe would cause a bone structure thing, but why the hell not? I always kind of assumed that, I assumed it would come out in the first film when it, was released, that she was the product of the Force, blah, 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 and, whether or not that was Sidious or Darth Plagueis or Darth Bobo, I don't care. The point is, I was always assuming that it would be, her mysterious phantom parents would turn out to, well, it's just the Force again. That's how this, I guess it skips a generation apparently, but every once in a while, the Force just says, and this should exist, and you have someone, produces a kid, and with or without the three wise men bringing Frankenstein and myrrh. I don't know. I would assume that's where they're going. I don't know if they and then Johnson got involved and Johnsoned all over it. But whatever you're gonna make of that, pick one. What else do we want? I do have the sheep thing now. I guess we could do with more shepherds. That's not impossible. I think that one's just wood and string. I don't even need a maker bot for it. Where are we on time at this point? I got 90 seconds. This will be easy. Maybe I'll do it later. I'm just nah. I really just don't. I hate that house, and I'm not stuck with it as such. I could do stuff to fix it. It's just a mess. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like what happened. I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, well, I'll put this in. It'll be alright. I really should have built it in a whole different order. I was going for floor plan when a modern house is more what's it going to look like on the outside, and then you fill it in with stuff later. It's just bugging me. I think I'm going to tear it down and do something that's not that. Yeah, that's just not cool. I don't know. I'll figure. And I don't know if I'll necessarily be back again tomorrow with this. I might just. We're still doing the other map. And, I don't want to just devote all time to that. I've got other video games to play and other things to. I don't have other things to do. I do this. I do other things. It's just nothing worth talking about public. Not as such. I mean, I like write books and stuff, and there's. I wouldn't say there's no point to mentioning that outside the scope of here's a finished book you can read, but I can't imagine it's very fascinating to hear. And then I wrote another 40 pages over, and I said, "Oh, goody! You can't read them yet." Glee. That's who cares. So yeah, here's me doing stuff for people to watch. In as much as that happens, I don't know. I'm gonna go because we're out of time. I think. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, we got the village. I'll finish it up with something or other and make sure it's all full of, 200 villagers, 208. Think about the house. Decide what I actually want there. I can, if I level all of the third dimension, the y-axis stuff, and look at the floor plan, I can, well, technically I could just ignore the floor plan and do whatever I want and then figure it out as needed later. It's not a big deal. If I lose stuff that falls down into the whole monster, because there's just nothing but monsters under this, right? There's got to be, yeah, see, that would be monsters. We don't want that, so, I mean, I don't really care, but I don't want to be down there picking stuff up that I shouldn't have dropped. It's all replaceable. Everything is replaceable. It's fine. I'm just going to get out of here. So I'll see you next time, which may or may not be tomorrow. Who knows? But whenever it is, I'll see you then, so. Bye. And yeah, remember what I said about Star Wars. You can tell me I was wrong when I was wrong, but we'll see. Alright, bye.